I have a friend named Isaiah. We met recently for lunch and we had a long talk. At the end of the meal, Isaiah asked me if I'd heard about Albert. I couldn't think of anyone I knew who had the name Albert. "Who's Albert?" I asked. "Do you remember Thiago?" Isaiah said. "He was the man we met after the Artists Association's talk about 10 years ago." I recalled the night in question. Isaiah and I had once been members of the Artists Association. The Artists Association was founded 2 decades ago and it had grown quite large since that time. The members of the Artists Association met monthly to discuss artistic theoretical perspectives. On the night Isaiah was talking about, we had attended a monthly talk. The discussion that evening had concerned the questions of how real phenomena can be represented in artistic form and whether we can interpret things we can't see. Afterwards, some of the members of the Artists Association went to a bar. At the bar, Isaiah got into a long conversation with a man named Thiago. "I remember Thiago," I said to Isaiah, but only vaguely. "Well, Albert is Thiago's child," Isaiah said. "The amazing thing about Albert is that Albert is only 6, but he already tours the world singing with famous choirs and orchestras." Before Isaiah left, he informed me that Albert was singing at a city concert hall the following evening. Interested who Albert was, I bought a ticket and I went to the concert. Albert sang magnificently. The orchestra that accompanied him had been flown out from Germany especially for the evening. The applause Albert received was well deserved. After the concert, I bumped into Thiago in the lobby of the concert hall. Thiago seemed to recognise me. "I remember those days," Thiago said. "The Artists Association." "Do you still practice art?" I asked Thiago. Thiago said he did, and he invited me to one of his exhibitions the following evening. I asked Thiago to pass on my congratulations to Albert for the success of the concert. Thiago then invited me to the green room to meet Albert. He said it would be nice if I congratulated Albert myself. In the green room, Albert was sitting on a tall chair in the centre of the room. A lady was fanning his face. Another lady brought him a cool glass of iced water. Albert sipped it gently. "The orchestra was off-key," Albert said. "It spoilt everything." "It sounded fine, Albert," I said. "You don't know music then," Albert said. "But I wouldn't expect anything more from someone who has never trained professionally." I looked at Albert's tall chair. I walked behind him and I tipped him out of it. Albert flopped onto the floor and he lay there until someone helped him up. Thiago chuckled. "Genius is wasted on you," Albert said to me when he had regained his footing. The following night, I went to Thiago's exhibition in an art gallery. Upon observing the works on the walls, I concluded that Thiago was obsessed with genius. I wondered if that was because Albert was a singing prodigy. I asked Thiago how he developed his themes. Thiago seemed to find answering the question difficult. "Is it Albert?" I asked. Thiago nodded. "To tell you the truth," Thiago said, "I had hoped Albert might follow in my own artistic footsteps. I wanted him to be a great painter." "And Albert didn't do that?" I asked. "No," Thiago said. "Albert isn't interested in painting. He only likes to sing. We heard his voice once when he was in the bath, and we realised he had a talent for it. It's quite a step up from the bathtub to singing on stage with a famous German orchestra," I said. "I know," Thiago said. "I'm glad we paid for singing lessons. I just find the tragedy of Albert's life is that he doesn't know what a paintbrush is."